Hello, and thanks again for continuing with us on Explore Tulsa. You know, there was a time in my life when I thought all I ever needed to survive were hamburgers.
Well, there is a little more to a well-balanced diet than just that. But when you do decide to go for a burger, the perfect spot in Tulsa has to be a place that's been home to great burgers for over 30 years.
We've got the 50s music and the neon and of course on top of our sign up there it's got the big A. You saw that on the top of the Arnold's drive-in on Happy Days. So it's got that theme that runs through it.
Oh, I want to tell this story.
Okay.
Well, we was having a hard time. We thought of Frankenburger. What was the other one?
Well, because I was in the Coney business,
Yeah.
we thought
Frankenburger. Yeah.
hot dogs and
Yeah,
burgers.
get it, Frank. And then we just couldn't seem to settle on something. And so I remember us driving down I-44. And I thought, oh my goodness, we're overlooking the obvious. I mean, our name is Arnold, and at that time, you know, Happy Days was pretty big. And so we just, there it is, Arnold's.
Vicki thinks I'm the Fonz anyway, so there you go.
Well, keep thinking that.
Before Arnold's, I actually worked in the restaurant business. Go back to my high school days. I actually went to school right here, not very far from here, Webster High School. And while I was at Webster High School, I worked at Carl's Coney Island, Crystal City. And I worked there for 5 years. Then at 21, I bought a Carl's Coney Island out toward Catoosa, owned it for 5 years, got out of the food business for 2, got back into this. We opened this up in 1986, February the 28th to be exact, 1986.
We wasn't really planning on opening until the next day. Got over here, the workers got all done, the city had approved everything, and so we just said, let's just open the doors.
Yeah.
So we took the key, we unlocked it, and I mean, people just started driving in, and it was like, we ran from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, $600?
Yeah, and that was,
oh my goodness, that was more than we ran in a day.
Just by unlocking the door,
Yeah,
and so no advertising, and we didn't even know we was going to be open that evening. So,
at the Coney Island, we wouldn't run that all day.
From there on, it just took off, and so here we are 30 years later, and we serve a lot of people every day, and quality is what my main ingredient is. Well, I can't tell you the secret recipe, but we use the highest quality ground beef. It's ground fresh every morning right here locally at the largest meat company and processor in Tulsa. And they deliver it on a daily basis. And yes, as a matter of fact, I spoke to that owner today and we discussed that. He said, we've got another product that other restaurants are using that's cheaper and you could save a few cents there. I said, no, I want the very best. They call it the Cadillac of ground beef. And that's what we serve. Matter of fact, Carl Kennedy owns Carl's Coney Island. He's the one that gave me my first job, and I just kind of watched how he took care of customers and talked to them and treated them. They were just like friends coming in, and so I learned from that. And then just by watching, I'm a quiet guy. You can tell why. She does all the talking for us most of the time, but so I like to observe and just watch people, and when I go to restaurants, I'm always watching how people respond and how the service is. And so I've just taken little bits and pieces from my background and going other places, and that's how I've tried to fashion our business and take care of our customers. I tell my employees, every customer you're waiting on at that moment is the most important customer we have that day.
Yeah.
The next one, that's the most important person. So if we do that one at a time, we build a business.
It's kind of ironic. When I was a kid, you could not fill me up on hamburgers. And had I known I was going to grow up and marry me a hamburger man, I would have been in hog heaven my whole childhood.
Oh, that's cow heaven.
Oh, Lord. This is why he's quiet. And we have second generation people that their parents brought them in when they were little kids. And now we've got them coming in with their little kids. And it's neat to see customers, go from generation to generation.